Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and the reason I say that is because I can guarantee the men, you, I'm talking to you, you've clicked on this video and you're wondering the hell why you've done it. Not a problem, stay, everyone is welcome. Learn something. Today I'm going to be talking about something I've wanted to talk about for ages and ages, and that's periods whilst you travel. It's no secret that getting your period is never normally the funnest time of the month, especially when you travel, and I have quite a few things to say and some advice to give, as well as something very cool which I have been waiting for, the reason I've put this video off for so long, which will be coming near the end of this video. The first thing I want to jump straight into is tampons. Now, as an avid tampon user myself, you can't actually buy tampons in every country in the world, which really throws you off when you arrive in a country and realize you didn't stock up before you left home, and you're like, a couple of things to note. Most tampons that are sold in Asia will be non-applicator, so be prepared for that. I know some women don't like using them, but the non-applicator ones are these. And it's very rare to find the applicator tampons. Number two, if you are coming to Asia, yes, you can buy tampons in Asia. I brought these in Thailand. However, not everywhere in the world will sell them, and you will be stuck with sanitary towels. And I know, as a tampon user, having to go to that for a tampon user is not, you just don't want to. You just do not want to go there, but that might be the case. So I do recommend stocking up if you are going to be using tampons. The thing I want to talk about is when you can stop your period by taking a tablet. Now, I have done this myself, as it was a special occasion, shall we say, and I knew my cycle, and a lot of women do it when they want to go on holiday and they don't want to be on their periods. Please, really think about it and do your research. It's not that common, but I do know some girls who do it, and I did it myself, and that tablet really messed me up. It really made me ill. It threw my cycle for 10, just gone, and I do not recommend that. It's not worth it. Now, another way that women, as you know, like to control as much as we can our periods is by taking something like the contraceptive pill, and I do get a lot of questions about that. Now, I used to take the contraceptive pill, and I took it for about 5 years, and then I stopped when I came traveling, simply because, one, I knew I'd be gone for a long time. Two, no matter how good you are at taking it, you can forget. And three, having to stock up or buy them out here can be a real hassle, and depending on what country you're in, you might not be able to get the contraceptive pill, or two, it might be super expensive if you do. I also want to mention that, especially when you travel for the first time, it can bring a lot of anxiety, like pre-departure nerves, and that stress can mess up your periods and your cycle. So whatever you're using, whether it's pad, tampons, or the cup, whatever you're going to use, please keep it on you at all times, because it's happened to me once where I'm very regular, and I got very anxious when I was traveling, and it just threw my cycle off, and I was like, That's what brings me on to this part of the video. Now, I've been using tampons for as long as I can remember, pretty much since I started my period. And I always heard about the menstrual cups. Now, women who use menstrual cups are very adamant that they have changed their lives. So adamant that when you say you've never used one, it's like a jump back moment for these women. They're like, oh, you must try them, it will change your life. And especially from travelers, I get it a lot from the women I've met who've used them. They're so adamant. And that is why I delayed making this video, because I didn't have this cup, this magical cup, and now I do. So this is the trendy new alternative, which has been around for a few years now, and yeah, it's this small. This is called the Lily Cup, and they were so kind to send me one to try out this month. And basically, it's in a little case, and this is the compact edition, and that's how small it gets. You simply open it up. So this is the size of it, and I'm going to talk about my experience with this. Okay, so if you've never seen one of these before, the premise is you put this in during your cycle, and the great thing in comparison with tampons is you have to change these like every 2 to 4 hours or whatever, depending on your flow. With this is for light to medium flow, and there's another one for really heavy flow, and I can have a pretty heavy flow. This was fine for me. Pretty much you change this once during the day and then once before you go to bed, or depending on your flow, it will depend, you're gonna have to play with it. You insert it, and that's it. that is it. Then you just wash it and reuse it and sanitize it, and it will last you for years. This one thing. So I was intrigued. So let's talk about my experience using it. It does come with a little handy booklet on how to use them, and the big thing is the folding technique of inserting it. So there's like two ways that I played with. The first one, which was recommended for the compact cup, is to fold it in half and then fold it in half again. So it's like that. And then when you put it in and let it go, it should pop and seal. I didn't get on with that technique too well. I didn't have any panty liners on me, which you should when you're playing with this. It's obviously recommended that in case you can't get it right and you've got to play with your technique to make it seal, have some panty liners on you as well, because we don't want the accident, ladies. We do not need the accidents. I didn't have any accidents except for once, and that was from the second time I put it in, and it did leak. But the second day, I started using that technique again, and it kind of worked for that day, but I didn't like the technique. I didn't feel comfortable that it would seal, and obviously that makes you very nervous, especially when you don't have liners. So another technique you can use is to fold this in here, like that, and insert it like that, and I found that when you let go, it seals really well, and as soon as I used that technique, I'd nailed it. For the rest of my period, I felt comfortable, no leak whatsoever. Now let me just say, this is gonna get you really intimate with yourselves, girls, okay? Just like I was a bit, when I heard about what you had to do, you put it in, you take it out, you clean it out, you put it back in, I was like, okay? Now I'm very comfortable with my body, but the idea really kind of freaked me out a little bit at first. And the first time you do it, it's like, okay, hi body, we've never met in this way before. But after the first time, it gets so much easier. And then once you're finished using it, you can clean it and sanitize it with some soap or some hot water, however you feel you want to sanitize it. It doesn't take any specialist product to clean it, which is great. And then it simply folds back down on itself. Now it does come with a little carry case, so you just pop it in there. The only problem I have with this case is that it takes a little, there we go, you hear the click. It's a little bit flimsy. That's the only thing I'd say about this product, is the case is a little bit thin and flimsy. It does the job, it keeps it nice and protected and everything like that. But that's the only thing I would say, is that it's a little bit flimsy, but it's a very solid case once you got it closed. I am so excited about this product because once I figured it out, once I started using it, I will never have to worry about going to another country again and having to look for tampons, or having to stock up on tampons, or having to carry around boxes of tampons. This will literally just fit into my bag or into my pocket or into my purse, and it's really good, guys. Like, I understand why women who use these advocate so heavily for them, because it's a game changer. And it's strange because the thing is, let's have some real talk. No, all of this has been real talk. When you have your period, it's a cycle, and it's a routine, and it's a pattern, and you just get very used to it. And this kind of just changes the game. It mixes it up, and I felt very empowered. The moment I nailed it, I felt empowered. It was a very strange feeling, but yeah, this is my new best friend. I think it's gonna take at least another cycle for me to really nail that technique. But as soon as I found the way that my body works and the way everything down there works for me, as every woman is different, not a problem. So if you'd like to check out the Lily Cup, then I've left a link down below. The lovely darlings over there have offered you free worldwide delivery if you use the code LCPsycho at checkout. So there's a couple of different cups, there's a couple of different sizes. I use the compact size A, I believe, because I've never had children. So that's A, and I think B is if you have had children. It's all really well explained on their website. I would 100% from the bottom of my heart recommend that you try it, that you give this a go. Seriously, this is a game changer when it comes to periods. I honestly believe that, and this is what I'll be using. This is what I'll be using from now on. It's changed everything. So thank you so much for the people from Intimina for providing me with the cup. You've kind of changed my life. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. From everything we've talked about today, I'd love to hear your period stories. Seriously, let's get chatting down below. Let's have some girl talk, guys. I know it sounds scary, but you can go down there. You are invited. You can browse if you feel right to, because I know some men are still watching this, and fair play to you. Yeah, let me know if you've had any problems with buying different types of products in different parts of the world, and if you've ever used a lily cup or something similar. Love to hear your stories, and I will see you tomorrow or the next day. Bye.